Peace and divine light. Rahu Bat, Hotep, Assalamu alaikum. All the divine greetings to bring y'all in to the mind body nexus. You know what I'm saying? With good greetings and welcomings. I welcome y'all here. And today I wanted to touch on about the best tool for learning is an open mind. Most of the time, we stunt our growth and learning by having a base perspective about reality and what we was taught as children up until the age of now. And a lot of this was the main objective for religions, was to get you to think in a certain way and to move in a certain way in a certain order. Doesn't mean it's a correct order and a correct way of thinking, no. But it is a political way and the shape and the form that most of the main powers of society and the powers that be, most don't fall under a lot of these things, such as Roman Catholic and a lot of these higher Christianity powers and religious powers that forms a lot of the government, you know what I'm saying, operations and political aspects of reality and sociality and society itself. You know what I'm saying? So the way the institutions, such as education institutions and things are shaped, they're shaped in the way to program. Not really to educate, but really to program you to move and operate in a certain way. True education lies in spiritualities, in science of self, understanding self, because self is all there really is in this day and time. If you get what I'm saying. Only if your spirit allows you to understand and overstand and understand the wisdom that I'm bringing, then only your spirit will be able to in tune to what I'm saying. That's why I say the best tool for learning is an open mind. When you have shut your way out to understanding something and only to relate to only things that relate to, if the Bible doesn't say this, I don't want to hear it. If this doesn't say this, I don't want to hear it. If my parents didn't teach me this, I don't want to hear it. Or if I didn't grow up doing this, I don't want to change the way that I'm doing this now, and things like that. That's called shutting yourself out and not having an open mind. You that close your mind to one-way track, to one way of thinking and a one way of moving in reality. And the best way to learn is to have an open mind. As I was speaking to a certain individual in the past, I was telling this individual, what makes you think that prophets stopped existing since the biblical times, supposedly? If you will open your way to a new train of thought and stop saying, well, the Bible said Jesus was the last prophet or this person was the last messenger and things like that, and have an open mind and say, as long as there's life form, as long as this universal conscious or this life force exists on this planet, it's going to use vessels to bring about a new message and a new way of understanding and a new way of living, because as the cosmic laws in the universe change, so does the energetic laws in this physical plane, which means we need to bring by a new way of governance, of thinking, to bring by a new way of operating on this physical plane. That's why when they say in the holy books, some of these holy books and texts, they said there's nothing new under the sun, it's because people don't want to change their way of thinking. And without changing your way of thinking and being open-minded to new possibilities and things that could be, you're always going to operate in the old same ignorance as those before us that operated in ignorance, instead of taking some of the intelligence that some of those before us had operated in. Because they always had ignorance and you always had intelligence. Both of these are the same, are the same, you know what I'm saying, classical tone. Let's say ignorance and intelligence of the same thing, but in opposite polarities. Where ignorance is shutting things out, where intelligence is being open-minded to new ideas and new aspects of ways of thinking and saying, you know what, that does make sense. You know what, there has to be life forms on other planets. Because what makes us think that we're the only life forms in this universe? What makes us think that? Or did somebody just tell us that? Or we have an open mind to think if we are living on this planet Earth, there has to be life forms on other planet Earths too, other galaxies and other planets and other universes or whatever, and vice versa. Get what I'm saying? That's called being open-minded. Being open-minded to understand that things are vibrational tones, the way we speak, the words we use, and not understanding, okay, if the things we say has vibrations and the way we was taught how to speak here in America, does that affect our spiritual vibration with our ancestors who spoke in different tones and vibrations? See, that's called being open-minded to think, to bring your understanding and your understanding to educate yourself, to be able to open-minded to understand new perspectives and new ways of moving and operating. That's why with the Mind Body Nexus channel, with this channel, you have to approach this information that I'm going to be giving with an open mind, because that's the best tool we have to have for learning. Having an open mind to use all wisdom from all men and all information to shape and understand your way of moving in this reality. Not just being shut out to one doctrine or one set of information or one set of, doctrine or dogma, or should we say, being open-minded to all aspects of reality, being all as open-minded to all people's aspects of how they see reality and how you see reality and how you can unify your aspects and your perspective with someone else's to create a unification of change. Get what I'm saying? But being closed-minded to operating as this person operated, or my great-grandmother did this and 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 did this, so why would I change it? That's called being closed-minded, instead of bringing about a new paradigm and a new paradigm shift to your generation. You know what I'm saying? We got to be open-minded to new possibilities and ways of thinking, new ways that could be. Being open-minded to understand that one day there could be a new state added to the United States. If we was open-minded to and wanted change and wanted to take new land masses and make new areas and new geographical locations or new regions, but society is so closed-minded to the way things operated for centuries and decades and things like that. So a lot of the way that society operates is in a closed-minded state, not in an open-minded state. That's why I told myself I was always open-minded to expanding my way of thinking and expanding my science and my way of intelligence and of research and of things of this, because being closed-minded like a lot of individuals, they won't get the broader perspective or the broader picture about anything being closed-minded. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is real information. You know what I'm saying? Just understanding that information is abundant. The universe is abundant. So why be closed off to it instead of being open-minded to it? It's knowledge to mind. This is the Mind Body Nexus. Thank y'all for tuning in. That's my daily message for y'all, man. Stay blessed and divinely protected, divinely healed. Stay divinely creative. And stay moving in your own creative flow of energy, man. Peace and love.